Alright, welcome back. On this video we're working out here. If you see this in the background, this is the Chris Craft. You may remember that from the last time we had it on video. If not, I'll throw up a little clip.
If you're new to boating and you hear this sound coming out of your small block, it's not what you're wanting.
But as you can tell in that clip, this thing had a big issue, and that was that the motor was garbage. I just pulled the motor out afterwards, and now it's just kind of been sitting here collecting dust and bird poop. So this video is starting a new project where we're going to try to get this thing back on the water this year. If I get past these spiders, I'll show you. There is nothing in here except for the old Mercruiser manifolds and a Sea-Doo seat. So, got all my parts here in the corner, all the bell housing and other little stuff for the motor, but we're actually doing something different on here. So, on this boat, we're actually going to be trying our hand at an LS swap. So, I've got this 5.3 here. This is a 2008 or 9 model aluminum 5.3. That I got. It had a DOD failure or something, and I pulled it apart to check everything. Everything looked good. I put a better cam in it, maybe too big for the boat, but we'll find out. And got it all cleaned up, new gaskets, checked the rings. I gapped the rings because I was originally going to do a turbo, but not on the boat. So this motor's all ready to be put back together. Went out and bought a set of Crusader marine manifolds for this thing. That was the most expensive part of the project. These are about $1,370 for these these 4 pieces and 2 gaskets. I also bought a carbureted intake because I wasn't quite sure how to do the O2 sensor on one of these to run it fuel injected. I've got a 4-barrel Holley that's going to go on it, and then in this box I have the MSD box to run the LS, so we should be ready to go. I've also got this flywheel here that's off of a LS1 Camaro, so our drive coupler will bolt to it. But as of right now, we're going to get ready by cleaning up the motor a little bit more and then putting a coat of paint on it. And hopefully this paint that I got here will match these manifolds so that it'll look like a factory Crusader, even though that never came in a Chris Craft. Alright, got a coat of paint on it. It looks like a Ford motor now, so that's good. Next we're going to let this dry, and we're getting ready to start putting the manifolds on, which are really heavy, so I got to get the right size bolts to hold them on to the heads, and then we'll be ready to go once I clean up probably clean some paint off of these mating surfaces and the ones on the manifolds, because that's what it says in the book, or the directions that came with the manifolds. And then yeah, we'll have those on there. Okay, I got all the mating surfaces, all the paint cleaned off, because that's what the directions that came with the manifolds said to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the manifolds put on the motor, and hopefully my bolts are the right length, because I bought the wrong ones the first time. And we're going to see how they look on there. Okay, got the manifolds on it. They look pretty good. Did notice, I think I'm gonna have to cut this off the valve cover because I don't think I'll ever get a rubber hose on there for the exhaust. This is all just sitting on here for looks. That'll probably be the next step. Get that intake and carburetor mounted, but I'll probably rebuild the carburetor first. And then I'll go ahead and start putting all this stuff on the back of the motor to make the boat go. So, all right, now that we got the manifolds on, we're gonna get the intake put on. It's just sitting on here right now. I've still got tape underneath it from whenever I washed the motor out, or off, I should say. So I'm gonna pull the carburetor off, which is also just sitting here. Pull this off. I've got these O-rings that go in, and then the different length bolts based on how tall the boss is for the bolt to go through. So we're gonna get that taken off and see if we can get this put on here. Got the flywheel on and torqued, and I got the torque adapter or drive coupler, whatever that's called, that goes to the outdrive is on there. I didn't record it because I was having a hard enough time holding the motor from turning while I was torquing it. So next I put this little sub wiring harness on that goes into the crank sensor, just so I can put the new starter on. I got the starter out of the box, and I thought it was pretty cool because they included one new starter bolt. I would have thought it would have came with 2 or 0, but it got 1. So now I have to find another starter bolt, and then we can bolt this on and have one less piece laying around. Okay, been working on getting the whole front of this motor put together. Got the water pump put on it, painted it blue, because why not? Got this bracket on with the power steering pump on it. Haven't painted it yet, probably gonna paint it blue. Got this alternator. This motor didn't come with an alternator, but I had this one left over from the original LS swap on the 67 Bel Air. The bearing makes just a little bit of squeaking noise, that's why I took it off the Bel Air, but it still worked fine. So I figure on a boat, probably be okay. And if it does cause problems later on, we'll change it, but this will get us going at least. So that's probably going to do it for this video. I'm about as far as I can go until I pull the motor off of my stand. This little box here has my conversion motor mounts in it, so once I pull the motor off the stand, I can paint anywhere I missed, put those motor mount adapters on there, put the motor mounts off the boat onto this motor, and then in the next video we will probably be taking the boat out, we'll be cleaning out the bilge, and then we will be putting this motor in and trying to start getting it hooked up. So thanks for watching this video. Make sure you like and subscribe if you like what you're seeing, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.